Hello again everyone, and welcome back to my vlog. Today I'll be answering another one of my reader questions that I got. And today's question is from Susan Stec, who is not only one of my readers, she also happens to be an author friend of mine. And if you love hilarious books, you should totally check her out because you will laugh through all of her books. But back to her question. So Susan's question was about ketchup. Susan is a big fan of my Someone Wicked This Way Comes series, and ketchup is her favorite character, which she's not alone in. I know that. I've had several requests that ketchup be given away as a prize in one of my giveaways. And I tried to convince Van of it, but she's just not going for it. So sorry, ladies. No ketchup today. But back to Susan's question. Her question was, where did I come up with the character of Ketchup? And when she first asked the question, I kind of had to think about it because I typically don't model characters after people that I know, not on purpose anyway. But when I started thinking about kind of where the inspiration for Ketchup's character and his personality came from, it didn't take me very long to realize where I kind of got the idea for his character. And it's actually from a childhood friend of mine. I'll let him remain nameless, but he and I were really good friends all through our younger elementary school years, and we were in the same class several times, and we got paired up to work with each other a lot in groups. And so we had a lot of fun together. We got into a lot of trouble together, and but we were really good friends probably up until third grade, and then we were put in different classes, and we kind of didn't hang out with each other as much. And then when we got to fourth grade, one of my friends told me that he had been getting teased by some of his other friends about being friends with me. And like any fourth grade boy would do, he got really upset about it, and he said the meanest thing his little fourth grade mind could think of to say about me. And my friend overheard him say it, and she of course ran and came and told me exactly what he'd said. And even as a fourth grader, I knew, he was just upset that he was getting teased, and he tried to, get them to back off. But that kind of put an end to my crush that I had had on him through all of elementary school. And we didn't hang out that much after that, because he'd really hurt my feelings, which is so silly now. But there's actually a similar scene in Wicked Hunger, when Vanessa and Noah meet, and Noah comes to sit with her at lunch, and Ketchup gets really jealous, and he makes a really hurtful comment to Van, and she gets upset and kind of takes off. And luckily Ketchup follows her out, and he apologizes, and Van's able to forgive him. But that was kind of a scene that was inspired from my poor little fourth grade mishap when I was little. And luckily, Van is more forgiving than I was at the time, and her and Ketchup continue on throughout the book, and they're friends, even though Ketchup and Noah really butt heads the whole time, and they never really like each other that much. But so that was kind of the inspiration behind that scene. And even though my elementary school friend does not look anything like Ketchup, a lot of his personality traits, I think, influenced the character of Ketchup as I was writing him. My friend was always really funny and just super sweet, and we had a lot of fun kind of just goofing around and being silly when we were in class together. So a lot of his characteristics, I think, I kind of drew from that friend, and then it led into that scene with Ketchup and Van where they kind of get upset with each other and hurt each other's feelings. So it wasn't something I consciously sat down to model Ketchup after this friend. But when I went and thought about it in the back of my mind, that's kind of what I realized where I got that inspiration from. And just so everybody knows, my friend and I, we did make up, and we were friends later on, and we hung out quite a bit. We went on a couple of dates when we were teenagers, but nothing really came of it. So I did forgive him eventually, and he wasn't embarrassed to be my friend anymore. But it's funny how those little things stick with you for so long, and they can influence you later on. And that one was one that kind of stuck with me. So Susan, I hope that answers your question. And if any of you have any other questions, as always, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will answer your questions as soon as I can. Thanks again for stopping by, and I will see you next time.